Mubako is a village like so many others, nestled between rolling hills and a dark, brooding forest. It is a place where life moves at the pace of the seasons and the spirits of the ancestors linger close by. But there is one thing about Mubako that sets it apart from every other village in the valley. It is here that children are sometimes born with a third eye. An eye that grants them powers beyond mortal ken. Powers they use to protect their people from the unseen horrors that dwell just beyond the veil of reality. For generations, the villagers have lived in uneasy peace with these children of the third eye. But now a new child is about to be born. A child who will bring an unspeakable evil upon them all. A violent storm is raging over Mubako, shaking the very foundations of the earth. In a small hut on the edge of the village, a young woman named Zuri is giving birth. Her husband, Jabari, sits at her side, his face pale with worry. The baby's cries echo through the night, growing louder and more intense until they suddenly stop. As dawn breaks, Zuri and Jabari look down at their newborn son. His cries have subsided and his breathing is slow and steady. But there is something about him that is deeply unsettling. On his forehead, right between his two eyes, is a third eye. An eye that has opened staring into the abyss. The villagers are summoned, and when they see the child with the third eye, they know that a new guardian has been born. They name him Jabari after his father, and the boy Jabari begins to grow up. As he does, the villagers come to rely on his third eye, for it is able to see things that mortals cannot. When an animal is about to die, the eye turns black. When a house is about to burn, the eye glows red. When a spirit is near, the eye flashes white. The villagers respect the boy Jabari, but they also fear him, for his third eye is a reminder of the darkness that lies just beyond their world. One day, Jabari goes out into the forest to gather wood. He is accompanied by his friend, a girl named Amara, who is the daughter of the village elder. As they walk through the trees, Jabari's third eye begins to glow. He sees a terrible omen, a harbinger of death. But when he tries to warn Amara, she doesn't believe him. She thinks he's just being superstitious. But Jabari is sure that something bad is going to happen. And he's right. As they gather wood for the village, a log falls from above and crushes Amaranth beneath it. Jabari is horrified, but there is nothing he can do to save her. He tries to warn the other villagers, but they don't listen. They think he's just making things up. But when the log falls on Amara's house and kills her parents, they finally believe him. Jabari is revered, but he is also feared. The villagers are terrified of the darkness that lies just beyond their world. And they are even more terrified of the boy who can see it. They try to keep him away from everyone, but Jabari doesn't want to be alone. He wants to be with his friends. And so he sneaks out of the village one night. He is walking through the forest when he hears a voice behind him. It's a voice that whispers secrets. A voice that seems to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. At first, Jabari is scared, but then he realizes that the voice is trying to help him. It's trying to teach him how to control his third eye. Jabari listens to the voice, and as he does, he feels a surge of power. He sees the forest around him in a new way. He sees the trees as living beings, and he sees the animals as more than just beasts. He sees the beauty of the natural world, but he also sees the darkness that lies within it. The voice tells him that he must choose a champion, a creature from the shadows that will fight by his side. But Jabari doesn't want to fight. He just wants to live a normal life. But the voice won't let him refuse. It's a power he cannot turn off, a destiny he cannot escape. And so Jabari chooses a familiar, a panther with eyes like burning coals. He names it Ink. For years, Jabari lives in the forest with his familiar, learning how to control his powers. But as he grows older, he feels a sense of foreboding. He knows that something evil is coming, something that threatens to destroy everything he holds dear. One day, Jabari's third eye begins to glow an ominous red. He sees a terrible omen, a harbinger of death and destruction. But when he tries to warn the villagers, they don't listen. They think he's just making things up. But this time, Jabari is right. A great evil is coming to Mubako. And it's all because of him. The air grows heavy with dread as the forest around Mubako begins to wither and die. The animals flee, the birds fall silent, and an unnatural fog rolls in from the west. Jabari knows what is coming. He has seen it in his dreams, a vast and terrible hunger that devours all in its path. Jabari gathers the villagers together. He tells them what he has seen, but they don't believe him. They think he's just being superstitious. But Jabari is sure that something terrible is about to happen. And he's right. The fog rolls into town, bringing with it a chilling cold that seeps into the bones. Then from the heart of the mist steps a creature of nightmare, a gaunt and twisted figure with eyes like burning embers. This is the Collector, an ancient evil that feeds on the power of the third eye. And it has come to Mubako for the boy with the third eye. The young Jabari is the most powerful of all, and the Collector hungers for his power. The villagers are terrified, and some try to flee, but it's too late. The Collector is fast, and it wastes no time in snatching them up and devouring their souls. Jabari stands against the Collector, his panther by his side. The battle is epic. A clash of light and darkness that shakes the very foundations of the world. But Jabari is outnumbered and outmatched. The Collector's too strong, and it seems as though all hope is lost. But just when it looks like the Collector will win, Jabari's third eye flashes white. He has summoned a champion from the deepest pits of hell, a demon of immense power whose very presence chills the soul. The demon attacks the Collector, and the two creatures battle it out in the sky above Mu. The battle is fierce, and it seems like it could go either way. But in the end, the demon prevails. It tears the Collector apart, and the pieces of its body fall to the ground like rain. With the Collector defeated, Jabari's power grows. His third eye now glows with a brilliant light that drives back the darkness. The villagers cheer, and Jabari is hailed as a hero, but he is not celebrating. He knows that the Collector was only a servant of a greater evil, an evil that lurks in the deepest recesses of the void. And as the years pass, Jabari becomes the village's silent guardian, forever vigilant against the horrors that lie beyond the veil. He watches as his friends and family grow old and die, and he watches as the veil between worlds grows thinner, and the darkness that lies beyond it grows stronger. He knows that true terror has only just begun,